fried rice, and I figured you guys might want to come in and check it out. Uh, that's about it. I'm getting ready. I got some hot oil ready to go. I got my ingredients ready to go, hopefully, but usually not. But hey, we're gonna have some fun. I'm gonna do some stir fry some vegetables first. That's the first thing that I'm gonna do. I got like some packages of just vegetable medleys. Now, you want it hot. You want that sizzle. You want that oil nice and hot. Stir fry, not stir steam or boil. Get them all coated with that oil. If you're not comfortable flipping, that's all right. Just use a pair of tongs. This is a non-stick pan, so always use something with a silicone tip or something so you don't scratch it. Oh, they cooled it down. Wait, oh, I put it on low while I was adjusting the features, so my bad. Sorry. That pan definitely was not hot enough, but we'll improvise with it. But you got to do your when you make fried rice, you got to kind of do it in steps. You know. So you have your vegetables that you're going to use. Your rice, preferably cold. You know. You're going to have some scrambled egg ready to go. Is it soy sauce? If you have Chinese 5-spice, that's great. I'm just going to be using soy, garlic, and a little bit of sesame oil. Yeah, and remember we were just talking about having everything ready, and yeah, of course I don't have the sesame oil ready. Alright, we got some time. There we go, some sesame oil ready to go. We're just gonna kind of add that in. A little bit of this stuff. Toasted sesame oil will go a very long way. So you gotta be very, use it in moderation. So, anybody here? Not yet. Okay. Well, welcome in when you're here. I know I'm not going to be 100% solo. At least 3 people know that I'm online, or I'm on live. Evil Man 1, hello. I'm going to make some fried rice today, Evil Man. I don't understand that language, sorry, BN. So what I'm doing is just cooking the vegetables right now. Fried rice is kind of like a leftover dish. Hey, I don't even know how to pronounce that. A pie? Thank you. I got some teriyaki chicken legs. They've been marinating overnight in the oven. They're probably about done. I got the oven just on warm, just to keep them going until everything's done here. I just want to cook the vegetables first. You do it in stages. I mean, you can use frozen vegetables, but boil them first and add it in. Like I said, this is usually a dish made with leftovers. So, And if Uncle Roger is watching, then sorry, I got no MSG. I can hear him in his orange shirt right now. Cursing me. What we're gonna do is just a nice little rendition of homemade, you know. Those vegetables are almost done. So. If you don't have Chinese 5-spice, I've got a little secret ingredient that I have. Oh, sorry, covered up. Probably blocking your view. If you don't have Chinese 5-spice, then I do have a little secret hack that most people don't have. I'm just checking. I'm just cooking the vegetables just till they're just done. I don't want to overcook them because they're gonna still get heated up after I fry the rice and everything. So. I'm going to transfer these out of the pan and into a bowl. I got waiting over here for me. I want to leave as much oil as I can in the pan. But I do not want to now remember guys, this is not how we do it like in the restaurant, but it is a way that you guys can do it at home and get pretty good fried rice. Better than anything that frozen that you're gonna get, that's for sure. Because I know they sell those little frozen fried rices. But they're, I mean, you know, I guess if that's your thing, that's your thing, but it's usually loaded with salt, sugar, and all sorts of stuff that's not good for you. This way, at least you know what you're eating. If you're like me, you got high blood pressure, it's not good to have too much salt. So like today, we got low sodium soy sauce. All right, I'm gonna let that oil heat up just a little bit. Not gonna worry about cleaning the pan out because it's all going in the same place. But we got a couple scrambled eggs that I did. Got them ready to go. Let's see. Pretty Hard. Hey, Pretty Hard. Welcome in. Thanks, evil man. Hey, Just Quiet Storm. Is that the Quiet Storm that I know? All right, now we got that sizzling. I'm gonna fry the egg up. What I'm essentially gonna do is like just kind of make an omelet with it, you know. And you remember I said that I'm never ready when I go live? Well, you know, case of hand. I'm gonna have to steal my most unpopular spatula to do this. We've had septic issues, so the girls haven't been able to run the dishwasher, and yeah, some of the stuff is in there. It just got resolved today, though. Thank God. We actually have plumbing now. I was out of plumbing for 2 days. I'm not completely out of plumbing, but out of most plumbing. You see, I'm just kind of making an omelet there. I'm just gonna flip this, grill it on the other side. That's gonna cook up a little bit. Now I'm gonna put this, believe it or not, right onto the cutting board. Like that. I'm gonna chop it up. Actually, I probably don't even have to do that. I can probably do it with a spatula. Let me get it off the heat though, so it doesn't keep cooking. So we got our little egg pieces in there, ready to go. I'm just gonna add that right on top of the vegetables that are cooked. And we're gonna get right into the rice. Hope you guys are ready. Let's see, hey, quiet, it's good. I haven't seen you in a while. Yeah. No, that's good. I was just double checking. I haven't seen you in a while. That's for sure, quiet. I just want to double check because, you know, you never know. All right, throw a little bit of oil in there. I'm gonna throw a little bit more because those vegetables absorb. We need enough oil. Same thing as the vegetables. We're gonna let the sucker get a little hot. Now, normally you use leftover rice, but you know, I cheated tonight and I just bought the already packaged rice. The 90-second cook rice. It's essentially leftover rice. So that's what we're looking at, you know. That's what we're gonna do. This brand was on sale for like, I think, $2 a pouch or something. If you're gonna make fried rice, you make the rice the day before so that it's cold and you got it in the refrigerator. That's the perfect way to do it. But I found doing this at home, using these little packaged rices, you know, you don't want to, you want to avoid the flavored ones, you know, just get the plain ones. Like this is basmati. This is not technically what you're supposed to use, but it's what's gonna work. I think jasmine rice works great. But you know, you use what you got when you're at home, you know. All right, it's popping, so we're gonna try it out now. And you guys hear that sizzle? Ooh. Like I said, you want that pan hot, especially when you're stir frying vegetables. You know? Nobody likes a limp vegetable. So I'm just stirring this around. I should have broken those little packages up a little bit more. Okay. Would have been easier to do it with my fingers. Alright, so that's going to start to, you don't want it to get stuck on the bottom. Essentially, what we're doing now is we're going to add our little seasoning to the rice, which is, I told you, a little bit of sesame oil. Remember, this goes a long way. We're just going to put just a little bit in. Alright, I'm putting some garlic in. Garlic powder. Let me rephrase that. Garlic powder. And soy sauce when you're ready to do the deed. So I'm using low sodium, but you know, enough to coat that rice up. Now what we're essentially going to do is let that rice absorb the soy sauce and cook it out. I may have a little bit too much oil in here. In fact, I know I do. But that's alright. The starch from the rice should absorb some of it, mix in with it, thicken it. What we're trying to do is cook most of that soy sauce out. Coat everything nice and evenly. Let's see what else we're missing. You heard some of my live today. I didn't. I didn't go live today. Oh, the live that I posted today. Maybe about. Yeah, no, I recorded that last night. I'm sorry. It didn't get posted until today. The lottery scratch off. I think you're talking about. Quiet. Yeah, I get into everything. Whatever's on my mind, I just talk about. I don't really have a filter. This is going to be a very vegetable heavy fried rice because those little packs are not as big as you think they are, you know. They're enough for, like, in all honesty, like 2 people per package. So I got 4 because this is considered 4 servings of rice. We'll see. We'll see how they're all changing color. Most important, they're not sticking to the bottom of that pan. So you want to keep them moving so they don't stick to that bottom. Oh, you're talking to Pretty. Oh, okay. Yeah, I was gonna say. Oh, she happened to be on my live last night when I was scratching lotto tickets. Got a little lucky. Yeah, when I come on, anybody's on live. I try to grab them if I've got a minute to do. But hey, you got to do what you got to do, you know. And if I see somebody live, I jump on, and I'm subscribed to a lot of people. So, all right. So now there's not that much sizzling. So a lot of that liquid's already absorbed into either the rice or evaporated. So we're just about done, guys. That's how simple it is. You can't really see from the camera angle, but I do have too much oil in here, which is gonna make it a little oily. But like I said, once we do, we're gonna add teriyaki sauce, stuff like that. But yeah, no, I'm kind of a little heavy-handed with that oil. Should have added a minimal amount when I added that last oil in. All right, so now our cooked vegetables and chopped up egg going right in there. Oh, I almost forgot. Secret ingredient. If you don't have Chinese 5-spice, you can throw a little cinnamon in, and believe it or not, that'll add to what you got there. I'm gonna turn the heat off because the heat in the pan is hot enough to coat everything. Like I said, I got my good spatulas there in the dishwasher. Basically stir everything up. Now this is a homemade version of fried rice. But I tell you what, my kids like it. I like it. When I'm doing it for a client or something, then, you know, of course I use different, definitely do it different. But when I'm doing it at home, I use whatever we got on hand, you know. That's one thing that a lot of people say when they come to my house, that I never make anything the same because when I'm cooking at home, I just use whatever I have on hand and make it work, you know. I've even made beef stroganoff with hamburger and, you know, whatever I had, but made it close enough that. All right, there you go, guys. And of course, my little sidekick's right here waiting for something. Oh, he's always is, little Max, but. Yeah, it's not too hard, quiet. See, we're done. Use frozen vegetables, just cook them. If you do your eggs all, you know, if you got leftover scrambled eggs, you use those too, you know. And that's it. And then, of course, if you if you want to do chicken fried rice or something like that, like we're doing. Let me take it off the stand here. Oops. I got some teriyaki marinated chicken legs in there. I don't know if that's a good angle. No, you kind of see. Hope you guys can see it. But we're gonna do some teriyaki chicken with it. But yeah, it's pretty simple to do. You know, pretty much. I mean, you saw it's just vegetables, eggs, rice, leftover rice preferably, and then you know, whatever vegetables you have left on hand is fine. You know. Yeah, it's easy. And you can even Google other people that do it. I mean, you can go out and use. I think the main ingredients that you can't get away with. You got to have soy sauce. You got to have oil for the frying. The sesame oil definitely brings it in, and at least some garlic. Um, but like I said, you get a little bit of cinnamon to throw in there. That kicks it up a little notch. So, I mean, if you have the Chinese five spice, that's ideally what you go with. But one of the main ingredients of that is cinnamon. So that's what gives it that little kick. So, all right, guys. Thank you, Quiet. Thank you, Pretty, for coming in. Thank you, everybody else. I do appreciate it. If I missed you in the chat, I'm sorry. Evil Man, thank you for coming in. I don't think he's around. I think it's just you girls. But, all right, you guys have a wonderful night, and we'll see you. Take care.